So the question asked you in part about the other things that you bring to the table. And you talked about Justin Lance Black. Dustin.
The play.
Writing 8.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a value to bringing his talent to this. If you could hazard quantifying all of the non-financial components to this, the grand strategy of producing, as you said, this moment of change, what would that be?
It would be, to steal from the Visa commercial priceless. You can't put a price on that, and that's why you want that. You can raise money till you're blue in the face, but if you're not spending it in an exciting, world-changing way, if you're not bringing the big ideas to it, and if you're not pulling in the creative talent to really move people, then you're not going to win. I mean, your issue. That's sort of, I think in a lot of ways, that's what it comes down to. It's a perennial problem with civil rights movements, and it's been a huge problem with the LGBT movement, preaching to the converted. And you end up, and Milk was, is a good example. I mean, the gays and lesbians and liberals and city people saw that movie in droves, and it moved them, and they wept, and they came out just as supportive of the gay rights movement as they were when they went in. Did we change hearts and minds? Did we get to the homophobes? Did we get to the people who were disgusted by gay people, and maybe Milk might have changed their mind? Well, that's hard to quantify. I mean, yes, anecdotally, absolutely we did in some cases, because we would get cards and letters from around the country, and I dragged my uncle, or I brought my relative, or so to some extent we did. More importantly, the core group who sees it and who's moved and inspired, I mean, actually Milk, the movie, sort of helped birth this whole next generation of LGBT activists, all these kids who rebelled against the established organizations and went out and started changing the world on their own. So yeah, the impact is huge, but it didn't, Milk ended up doing $40 million at the domestic box office. Brokeback Mountain, by comparison, did $110 million at the domestic box office. So weirdly, because actually, if you're squeamish about gay stuff, there's actually more to weird you out in Brokeback Mountain than there is in Milk. But way more straight people saw Brokeback Mountain. Way more conservative people saw Brokeback Mountain. Way more Republicans saw Brokeback Mountain. Way more homophobes saw Brokeback Mountain. Way more everyone saw Brokeback Mountain. Which is kind of weird too, because things just reduce, and at its core level, Brokeback Mountain had sex and was like a love story, and Milk was political, and the guy got shot, and that's just you only have one movie you're seeing on Friday nights. So 8 is these unquantifiable things that you're talking about, where you're sort of bringing your talent and you're taking from what you do as your day job and trying to bring it to the movement. The hope always is twofold: that it's going to inspire the choir, but that it's going to reach out and change people's minds.